Hi there. My name's AWProst, and I'm going to talk to you today about going paperless because I think our iPads and stuff are highly underutilized. It's also a very effective way to take notes in class and in labs because you can add pictures, you can write all over the PowerPoint slides. So I'm going to give you some clues on how to do that kind of thing. Also, I think the biggest advantage is that you have everything you need right here in the palm of your hand. You have all your previous notes, all your lab manuals, all your PowerPoints, everything you need at the end of your fingertips. And I think that's a big improvement over using paper. So bear with me. So the big reason why in this video we're going to talk about going paperless is because I firmly believe that there's a real increase in efficiency. You can work with PowerPoint documents, you can find them quickly and easily right on your iPad instead of going through a paper binder. We'll be able to retrieve our notes and find them as we need them. Another big reason is that we can add images. We can put pictures into our notes, particularly lab manuals, things like that, and a picture really is worth 1,000 words. So I'm going to show you in this short video how to add notes by handwriting. We can all type easily enough, and so that you can utilize your iPad more effectively. So one of the obstacles we have to using our iPads effectively is that when we use something like Google or some other internet access, it gets difficult to download files and find them on our iPad device. So when we're going to go and download a PowerPoint or a document, I find using another app such as Files HD or something like that that allows you to download them and find them easily is really important. Sometimes you can just use a good file manager and that will help you, but I'm just going to show you if we use File HD, you go in and it's like a regular web browser. You can open it up just like you're seeing now, and we can go into things like I'm just going to go under the content here for this particular course. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to download actually the lab manual. All right, so when I'm using HD, I just go on this, I go download, all right, and it starts to download it quickly. And I just go download, all right, looks good, so we're going to save it. And now it's downloading it. And you'll notice along the bottom here is where I actually access those files. So I go to the files like this, and there it is. Here's my pre-lab exercises and my lab manual, a couple of things that I've downloaded. It'll download it as a document or as a PDF, whatever type of format it is. And then once I've got it downloaded, I can open it up in the particular type of app that I would like to use. So go in here, my eye, open in, all right? And I'm going to choose Notability because that's a really good one. There's lots of different good note-taking apps like this out there, but I'm going to use Notability. So it's going to open it up in there. So it's sent to Notability. Okay. I'm going to go back now, and I'm going to find my Notability. I'm going to open this up. And Notability is like a lot of different app programs down there. You can see it's downloading right now. So I'm downloading my lab manual. Now Notability, there's OneNote, there's Open Notes, there's all kinds of these different note-taking apps out there. This is just one example that works quite effectively. All right. Now I'm saving this document as a regular doc. It's going to open it up, and then when we go to use it later, we can decide if we're going to use it as a PDF or whatever we're going to do. Now it takes quite a few minutes. Now we'll open it up in OneNote. All right, so see, now I've got my lab manual, and OneNote's got all kinds of features. We can see the different pages. You can open them up. One of the key things to do with a document, a big document like something like this, is to break it up into sections. So we should talk about that. We should break this up into different sections. All right, and so you can hand in, say, Module 1, Module 2. Working the document up into smaller segments makes it a lot more usable to us, and particularly when at the end of the term, we're going to have to upload this into our D2L assignment folder. All right, so well, how do I work with this on my iPad like that? Well, you can see I can see the different pages. I can add a page at any time. All right, so if I want to make additional notes, I can open it up, a separate page, and I can write directly on here. All right, but one of the really cool tools to use is this little window that I'm using right in here. This way, when you write a note, you can be very quick, and it's easy to do. All right, so you can put this anywhere you want. We can go and find a different page, for example, right here, and I can open up my note, and I can put in my
my answers or make notes very quickly and easily using my stylus and writing in here. And you notice, look at how nice and even and smooth it is to add notes and things like that to my page. All right. And one of the other really big advantages of using something like this is that I can quickly add photographs as well. So if I go another plus point up here, I can say take a photograph or add a photograph from another source. So during labs or something like that, if I want to take a quick picture of a ventilator or something like that, I can do that. All right, I can check the different types of inks I want to use, and I can label that diagram or make notes. And you can see I can use the big kind of note-taking like this, or I can use other note-taking capabilities and features of something like OneNote. All right, I'll make a little mistake like that, no problem. And you notice it even advances it along so you can write quickly and easily. All right, so right now I'm doing this on a lab manual. All right, but we could be doing this on something like anything we desire. We could be doing it on PowerPoint slides or any kind of document we can update and take notes on. All right, I can zoom right into my document and add notes. I can add pictures. We can get rid of this view on the side so that it makes it a little bit bigger. All right, and you can see I can come out here and I can say, write in my answers to number 1. Okay, so it's easy and fun. And you can see if I want to go back now and I want to highlight something, or if I realize I've made a mistake, I can quickly erase it and I can update and make changes just like we would with paper. All right, except now it's electronic and I've got it forever and it's right in my PowerPoint. Now, what we're going to do with this document at the end is we're going to upload this into D2L. Now, for taking notes in class, something I recommend that's a little bit different is that you download your PowerPoint as a PDF and print it out as a PDF in the 3-slide view like this. So you're going to have 3 slides per page. And this can make taking notes in class really quick and easy. All right, so you can open up your little window and you can make your notes in there wherever you want. And it works really quick and it's effective. All right, so you can take your notes here like this. If you want to highlight certain elements on the slide or make a note saying, hey, wow, this was really important, or you want to indicate where you wanted to take a particular note, you can do that really quickly and effectively using something like OneNote. This is just one example, but my suggestion is that maybe instead of working on 1 page per slide, is that you download it as a PDF to work in your note-taking capabilities. So in this case, I'm using Notability, and do it on 3 slides per page. And that way it just makes it a little more efficient for you taking notes. You give yourself some space on the side, so you can actually write in there any way you want. Write quickly right on the screen, just like this with a stylus, or you can use something to make a little bit more precise notes, something like this view here, where you can and take notes during class. All right, so I'm hoping I can demonstrate for you how quick and effective this can be to take notes electronically in class.
One of the primary things we can do is make it useful for taking notes in class, right? So there's a couple of things you need to know about doing that. When we're going to try and load our PowerPoint or some documents from D2L, it's difficult in the iPad because it's hard to retrieve them from the web. So you often have to use a third type of application such as Files HD or some other kind of file management software that allows you to download files directly from D2L. All right. Once you get that figured out, and Files HD works pretty well, It's like a web browser. Then you can download them into some kind of notes-taking application. And the one I'm going to demonstrate for you today is Notability. All right, but GoodNotes and OneNote are also excellent options. Another option you have, particularly when we're working with PowerPoint, is that instead of working with them one page at a time, you can convert them in your PC to a PDF, and so you demonstrate 3 slides at a time. So when you go into your PowerPoint and you go print, you can print it up as 3 slides per page as a PDF, and then upload it into your Google Drive or your Dropbox, and then download it directly into your application software, such as Notability. Now I know this sounds a little complex, but both of these systems will work really well for you with a little bit of practice. So something we need to keep in mind when working with particularly large documents, like a lab manual or something like that, is that we can download it just like we do any other kind of document into D2L, right into our Notes application, like OneNote or Notability. But a key thing that you might want to remember is to separate out the document into sections. That's a little tricky to do, but it's really worth your while because it'll save you time. You'll have smaller file sizes. You can retrieve your data more quickly, and working in small sections makes it easier to upload them at the end of the course into your assignments file because your file size will be small enough. All right. So once you break it up, then you can add notes and photos just like we said we could. You'll be able to handwrite in them, take all your notes from the lab, and then at the end of the course, you're going to upload it as a PDF into either the Google Drive or Dropbox, so that you can hand it in to your assignment folder in D2L. All right? So that's really our plan, is to get a nice finalized document with all your notes that you need for studying and to be able to hand it in as a PDF at the end of the term to get your marks and to get credit for the course.
Hi, so one of my favorite things to be able to do when you're capturing things electronically is when I've got my iPad open and I'm taking my notes here for things I'm working on in the lab. One of the great things you can do is you can just I can just walk over and I can quickly take a picture, all right? And I'm going to just say use photo. And look at that. I've got a nice picture already in my iPad, so I can do things like I can add ink so I can label it. I can make notes about it. All right. If I'm making specific observations on a piece of equipment, I can take a photograph of it and immediately put it in my iPad without doing all that writing and all that recording, especially when we're looking at things like waveforms and stuff like that, right? So in class, in labs, using your iPad can be very effective. Even doing things like creating study notes for yourself, you can do that right on your iPad. All right. Thank you very much.
So I know that going paperless is a chore for most of us. It takes there's a lot to learn about the software and about how to manage our iPad or tablet, whatever we're using. So it's difficult to manage the files. It's difficult to figure out how to download and finding everything and saving it and finding places to file everything. It's cumbersome. It's a little bit tricky to learn how to write the notes in there to be accurate and comfortable. A lot of people don't like the feel of working with paperless in their iPads, but I think there's some huge benefits to that. Okay, you get increased usefulness in your notes. You get the ability to retrieve and maintain notes for studying very easily and effectively, even over years. You can output the needed PDF, which you need for marks and for credit in your courses easily and quickly. And I think a key thing to remember about doing this and be getting efficient with it is that you got to practice, practice, and practice. So I hope I've made a good case for you to growing paperless. Thank you very much. My name's AWProst, and I'll see you in the labs. Thank you very much.